I love these spontaneous applauses. Those are the best. This is a type of lessons that I haven't prepared for. It's something that's spoken from the heart. It's something that has small amount of numbers, so you will see numbers in a slide. They are not so important. But the topic is interesting for me. And the important thing, I became interested in this on last WordCamp, Sofia, here. How many of you were on last WordCamp, Sofia? Oh, you remember the title of the last WordCamp? It was Back to Community. Do you remember? Yes. I have a T-shirt that says Back to Community. Have you ever considered what is a contributor? What is a community? So group of people that have same purpose, yes? You love same things. So WordPress is pretty interesting topic, and all of us are here because of WordPress. But do you know what is contributor? You can hear on all places that you need to become contributor, that you are contributing, someone else is contributing, and so on. So do you have any idea what the contributor is? What? Sorry. Yes. And one interesting truth, all of you here are contributors. Just coming to a WordCamp is contributing also. And most of the people in this room, I know they are contributing in so many different ways, in so many different teams. So you are contributors also. And open source in global, and WordPress is open source software. It's a big community, and it's, as the title says, it's a community. It's not just a software. So we are using something that is free of charge, so you do not pay for using this, and you can sell it to your customers. You can use it for your own purposes, and you do not have to pay a dime to anyone. So there is an abbreviation, CMS, so this is Content Management System, but WordPress nowadays is so much bigger than classic CMS. What are the reasons why should you contribute? I want you to think about contributing, and after this lecture, if you decide to join community, in that sense that you contribute, that you give part, as Nemanja said, part of your free time that you have, and you dedicate it to help the community, this will be the win of this lecture. So personal reasons, my personal reasons, and I think that yours will be the same, is learning. So you learn how to use software or operating system or something else. In this case, we are talking about WordPress. So you learn how to use it. You network with the people. So you find, in 13 years that I'm in a community, I found so many interesting people. I became friend with so many of them, and the feeling is great. So this is the main force behind all of this, is the feeling inside of you, inside of your heart. And this is personal reason, important, and also professional growth. So you will become better professional by communicating with all the people, by learning new stuff, and helping others to become better. And doing that, you will strengthen the WordPress community, help others. You know, the main part of my professional life in WordPress, I dedicated to help others, and the feeling is great, so that is the reason why I'm here. How you can start contributing? Go to wordpress.org, choose a team, and start with a small task. Do you have any idea? I know that some of you know exact number, but do you have any idea how many teams are inside sorry, of WordPress ecosystem? Any number? 23. So Atanas knows number. Yes. So 23 teams. I'm currently team rep for this year and next for training team. And when you go to make.wordpress.org, you will see all the teams, and you can just click on specific team, and it will lead you to a page, dedicated page for that team. In case of training team, it's make.wordpress.org/training. Core team has /core, and so. Documentation team also. So you can go and see what the teams are working on. You can join the teams. And one important thing that nobody told me in the beginning, nobody will say you that you cannot join. So many great programmers, so many great developers. When you contact them, when you start working, if you follow the basic rules and procedures that all of us follow, nobody will say, stop, you do not know what you're doing. So in most cases, people will contact you and help you, onboard you. That's the process of getting to know how the team works. So someone will onboard you and help you in the specific team. So you do not need to be extra programmer, to be extra developer, and to be great in that, to be able to start working in I don't know, core team. I think that it's not, Ryan is, if I'm not mistaken, in core team, and he is one of the people that will help you, no matter that he has many, many years of experience, but nobody will say, oh, what are you asking? You are stupid, go with other. And so many, unfortunately, so many open source projects out there have those strict rules, and they are closed, but they say they are opened. Also, there is one important thing. You can be passive contributor, like you all here. You are passive contributors. You are here, you are listening, but you are not joining no teams. So you are not starting doing any tasks, you are not working on issues and so on. And also you can be active participant. It's up to you. The moment when you say, okay, this is something that interests me, I can start. But from my experience, don't wait too long. There is no such thing as a convenient moment, or this is the moment when I can start. No, start small. Whenever you want, join the team, ask, can I do this? Or pick something, some small task, small project, and work on it. Why it's important for the community? Because we are educating one another. Also, we are making WordPress global accessible and helping people to start careers. You know, many of you here, I know some of them, some of you that you have your companies, you started in a community and you give back to community by helping others, by joining some of the teams. Meeting new people, that's pretty interesting. I met so many interesting people, as I said here. And professional development, and this is important, that personal fulfillment. That's something like when you fell in love. That's similar feeling. So you know that you are happy and you are giving. And that's important thing that people can't understand before they start contributing, start giving, that giving is so important. It's a second part of the equation. So you give and you take. There are Slack channels inside of, so every team has separate Slack channel inside of WordPress org Slack. And there is tons of documentation. Documentation is in the main part of the documentation, developer documentation is in documentation team. And if you join the training team, you will see that we also have tutorials, lessons, and things that can be considered as documentation, but we are not oriented to developers, we are oriented to people using WordPress. But there are also tutorials and lessons oriented to developers. And one important thing, small contributions are enough. You do not need to start big. You do not need to start vast majority of people starts in translating, so polyglots team, because WordPress needs to be available, global accessible, and available to people all around the world, people that do not know English, that know only their language, and that is the reason why we are translating WordPress to so many languages, and there are so many teams. I don't know how many languages and sub-languages are there, different variations of languages, and in most cases, people start in translation. So they go to polyglots and start translating in their own language, because you do not need to be a developer, you just need to understand language that your native language that you speak, and understand English on a level that you can translate and convey the message that is in the source text, in English text. And if you translate one word, it's enough. It is considered contributing. So joining the conference is also contributing. So there are no small contributions and big contributions, there are just contributions. My personal example, my love for WordPress, I started going to meetups, listening to talks, and I joined the local WordPress community in Serbia. In that moment, community, for me, it was something totally new, totally, I don't know. I couldn't imagine that there are a group of people that can help you without any fee, without any contra favor that you need to give to them. And then after some time, I realized that that's the group, that's the community of WordPress. So many nice people. After that, I started some, we can say meetups, local meetups in my hometown, Valjevo, small town in Serbia. But then, 2017, I got my son was born, and I totally stopped being part of the community, because I decided to go for a while. Unfortunately, community in my hometown broke. Nobody continued to work on that. And 2023 in Skopje, I decided to become a speaker. So I love to speak, and I became a speaker on a conference in Skopje. And after that, I joined here, and so many conferences in between. And last year, I decided to contribute to, I saw a site that is called learn.wordpress.org, and that is the main site that training team works on. I didn't know anything about training team, about any team. I just went there, and I saw so many tutorials and so many interesting lessons, and I found that there is something that's called Learning Path. So if you go to that site, in this moment we have 3 active learning paths, and that is WordPress user, WordPress developer, and WordPress designer. So you just decide what role would you like to have, and you start learning. So all the courses, all the lessons are divided into groups, grouped in modules, and modules in courses, and you just start with one, and after, also all those 3 learning paths has 3 levels, basic, intermediate, and advanced. So yes, you can become advanced WordPress user, and advanced WordPress designer, and advanced WordPress developer. And this year I became a training team rep. So for next 2 years I will be one of the training team reps. So training team is behind Learn WordPress. We are writing lessons. Also, we are translating. So we collaborate with the polyglots team. So when people in our team decide to translate, so polyglots team is translating complete WordPress. WordPress like core, like installation, like user interface, dashboard that you see. And also they help us in translating all the content that is on Learn WordPress org site. So people like you come to training team, decide to translate lesson. So you're not translating WordPress, you're translating lessons. And sometimes if we have enough people in training team that can review your content and say, yes, this is okay, translation is fine, then we publish that content. In this moment, most of the content is translated mainly in Gujarati, Bengali. We have German content, and we have some starting of Serbian content, yes. And in the past, we had also Serbian voiceovers for videos. Maya Lončar did that, so. There is so many content in Serbian also. And you can also mentor other people to start contributing how to do this, how to do, what is the time? No, it's okay. And visible results are that we have accessible education for people worldwide. So many people are sending messages. On a daily level, we have around 50, I think, new messages in Help Scout. Most of them are people asking how to do something on their own website, because they don't know that this is something that's our internal system for if you spot something that's wrong on Learn WordPress website, then you click on the submit message and you submit, you say this is wrong, you should change this and so on. But many people on a daily level send us, how can I access my dashboard? I don't have account, somebody stole my site and so on. So you know there are many people that don't know how to use WordPress, and there is so many room for improvements. As I said, 3 learning paths and 28 courses in those 3 learning paths. And those are the numbers that I said. Those numbers are not so important, but yes. And one important thing is workshop. So learning team also creates the first content that training team, sorry, I'm speaking about learning team. So the training team started working on workshops. My colleague Jonathan Bossinger started, he is the guy that created almost 200 videos that you can see on WordPress.tv, WordPress.tv. And most of his videos are workshops. So we decide to create a workshop in, I don't know, tomorrow in this time. So we all gather on Zoom and we record that lesson. And that is something that is recorded. You can see it's not edited in a sense that we created a tutorial video. No, it's just a workshop. So workshop was the first content type on a training team, on a Learn WordPress org site. And this is important part. There are 4 main areas, 4 main content types inside of Learn WordPress. The basic content type is tutorial. The next level of the tutorial is lesson, because most of tutorials that we have on the Learn WordPress site are just transcripts of the video lesson. So that is the tutorial. Lesson is something more advanced, so it doesn't have to have a video. It's textual. It's something that you can see on a developer blog or on a documentation, in a documentation team. So this is written documentation instructions how to do something. And also, one important lesson type, great, is lesson plan. Why it is important? If you want to speak on a conference like this, and you do not have a topic, you just come to Learn WordPress.org, you find a lesson plan. A lesson plan is totally prepared lesson, prepared talk for this type of conferences. So you can come, and I think that we have around 300 lessons in this moment, lesson plans. Most of them can be updated, but they are here. So they are oriented from a teacher to students, and lessons and tutorials are oriented to end users. So we have something for everyone. There are tons of projects inside of WordPress in this moment. I think that we have around 20 projects in training team now, and we are every day working on creating new content workshops. Have you heard about WordPress Campus Connect, Credits and Students Club? Have you heard about that? Yes, you know. So WordPress Campus Connect is a way to introduce WordPress to faculty students, also to high school students, elementary school students, so everyone that is in learning part of their life, they can learn WordPress. So anyone in this room can start contributing by creating a Campus Connect Day on a local university. So that is the main story behind Campus Connect. WP Credits is a program that will, it's pretty important program because when you go to college, when you go to faculty, there is amount of there is a score that you must have in order to pass to the next year. If someone decides to go to your faculty and convince them that they can introduce WordPress as in a curriculum, so you can instead of going to laboratory exercises and practical exercises, you can contribute to WordPress and get necessary points. And student clubs are clubs in a faculty. So students are creating that in order to continue working with WordPress. And this is not working. This QR code is not working. Because they said it's free, I created, and now I have to pay in order for you to see this. But you can ask Atanas, and he will give you the presentation. You can contact me. I will be tomorrow on a contributor day. I will be in the hall. So whatever you need to know, this is just two links and link to this presentation. And thank you.